Hello, BBs, how's it going? It is I, PALLAS Athena, your god of wisdom, warfare, handicraft, guardian of heroes, protector of Athens, and the silliest boy in all of Olympus, the boy who wants to be outside, even though it is very hot right now, but I do want to be outside right now. But I am here in the treehouse with my babies, excited to chit-chat a little bit, spend some time doing a nice little Zatsu. That is the plan today. Gonna do a Zatsu. It's a Zatsu kind of day. I realized something about myself. And this might come as a surprise. I'm realizing as time goes on, I might not be as gamer as I thought I was. I'm realizing the streams I like to do are typically not video game playing. I'm usually not a big gamer guy. I do love video games, but I don't know if I'd say I'm like hardcore into gaming specifically. Wildio, I know, Wildio. And that's totally fine. Noelle, I see you. Hello, Noelle. I met Noelle at the meet and greet. The panel was so much fun. Oh, I'm glad to hear you were at the panel. Let's go. Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun. We're gonna get to all of it. We're gonna get to all of it. But I'm realizing like I don't necessarily have to play games all the time. I can sometimes just do Zatsus, and that's okay, you know. So the Tron playthrough is dead. Yeah, it's pretty dead. But we could, we could just kind of, we can vibe, why can't we just chit chat? Why can't we just kind of hang out and chill and stuff, I like to yap, Let's just have 3-hour yap sessions, and that's what today is. I want to try to see if we can get to a 3-hour mark today with today's yap session. Just 3 hours of pure yapping. Me, the BBs, and the treehouse, right? And then every time I'm gonna see if I can push it a little bit further. Instead of a 3-hour stream, maybe a three and a half. Instead of a 3.5, maybe a 4. Like it's just gonna stretch. We're gonna stretch the Zatsus as far as we can get to. Risco, look who it is. I'm seeing a lot of familiar names in the chat today. So not jealous of the POST-OFFKAI people. Nope. Meet and greet and Q&A was so fun. I'm so glad. 12-hour yap. I would love to hit a 12. I want to see if we can eventually get to that 3-hour yap. I think the thing is that I need to remember is maybe like every hour, just take a quick break, just chill out, vibe for a little, like take a quick 3-minute break, just chill out, get some water, And I think that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna every hour we'll just take a quick break, get some food, get some water, yada yada. But in the meantime, in between time, let's go ahead and I wanted to address real quick that I'm realizing that one of my favorite things to do with the BBs is not really play video games. I actually kind of just like talking. And I realized that during the meet and greet. I was like, I just like hanging out with everybody. I just like talking. Because everybody was so lovely and so nice. And I was like, oh my God. Like, why don't we just talk all the time? Like, so yeah, we're just gonna yap, Like, it's not to say we'll never play video games. Like, we will play video games, right? There's a game that then talk, King. Indeed I shall. Indeed I shall, Cloudy. But one of the games that I do want to play is a game that actually reminds me a lot of Cairn, the demo we played not that long ago. It's called Peak. I saw like a clip of Ray and Chibi playing this game called Peak, and I was like, oh, I really want to play that with the Divinos boys. Or just like Mythos in general, that would be so fun. Peak is peak, I agree. If you don't know, it's about climbing a mountain. And yeah, I was like, damn, I really want to play this. But yeah, so it's not to say we'll never play video games, but I'm thinking just some other stuff. I have things cooking. I don't want to share too much just in case they never happen. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I do have some ideas on what we could do. Like, my favorite streams have been Zatsus and Lego. I love building Lego with you guys. So I was like, maybe like doing stuff with our hands. That could be fun. Cooking, I would love to do a cooking stream. I don't know how I would do one. I don't have a laptop, so I can't like stream from my kitchen. That would be difficult. Hand cam streams, yes, hand cam streams. I would love to do some hand cam streams. I gotta get some nice gloves. You know, every VTuber wears their gloves, right, when they're doing hand cam streams. I should get some hand cam streams, or some hand cam streams going, then we get some nice gloves going, you know. But, purple gloves or bust? It would have to be purple. We have to get purple gloves for sure. You know, Batman wore purple gloves when he first debuted. Batman's suit had purple gloves. People don't talk about that. That was a really interesting decision. I love Legos. Same. I just wish they weren't so dang expensive. Maybe we could do a thing where it's like, maybe I'll open up my throne to like Lego sets, and we could try to get some Lego, and I'll just let if the BBs want me to build Lego, I'll be like, okay, but you gotta buy. Because we'll crowdsource it. Everybody gotta chip in, because that's just expensive. You know? I would love to build more Lego, but alas, yeah, it's not easy being cheesy. Purple is more the Joker's colors anyway. It really is. Yeah, I was never sure why they went with purple for Batman, like, out the gate. The Lego Fund. It is indeed the Lego Fund. Yeah, that's off the top. I just wanted to share that that's probably what we're doing going forward. Hang on, let me... if you guys didn't see the schedule for this week, you'll notice, like, it's not very, like, game heavy, right? So we have the big long Zatsudan. I don't know why that makes me laugh. The big long Zatsudan. So we got the big long Zatsudan. Wednesday, we're playing Date Everything, so we are playing a video game. Thursday, unarchived, so you better get it while you can on Thursday, 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. CST. If you're not there, you don't get to see it. It is not archived. It will go away. It is karaoke. We're doing some karaoke on Thursday. Karaoke. And then Friday is our Ask the God of Wisdom. If you didn't know, we are doing a Ask the God of Wisdom stream. I'm gonna probably try to see if I can do that like once a month-ish, right? So I'll do it, like we're gonna do it this month, July, you know, August, so on and so forth. So yeah, we're gonna do these like Ask the God of Wisdom. So once a month you can submit a question. We have a Marshmallow page now. It's on my Twitter. If you scroll, you'll see it. There's a little section where you can ask me questions. I'll retweet it like every couple days so that you guys can see it. But yeah, it's gonna be Ask the God of Wisdom. You can ask directly under the tweet if you don't mind your name being shared. There is a post on the YouTube channel. You can ask me there. And then there is a Marshmallow page if you'd rather ask anonymously. And then Saturday, because we are officially in Summerween, my favorite time of the year, because we are officially in Summerween. We're in the spooky season now. That's right, we celebrate it early in this house. The second we hit the first day of summer, guess what, bitch? It is officially spooky season. So with the appearance, rather, of Summerween, we are going to do a little Let's Watch series. I would like to do this weekly. Let's just watch a scary movie. So we're gonna watch Scream. We're gonna watch Scream as our first spooky movie of the season. I'm gonna try to see if we can't get to all of them. I will have to buy 6 and 7, which is unfortunate. There is 7 Screams. Yes, I know that is a lot, but they're all good. They're all great. Yes, even the bad ones. Even the bad ones are great, and I'm gonna see if we can't watch all of them on stream. We're gonna try to hit them like once a week, because I think it'd just be fun. I want to. If there's one thing that I really love that I don't think we've gotten to talk about a lot, I love spooky movies, not scary movies. I love spooky movies, right? Summerween, Halloween, that kind of like childlike wonder, but also like is kind of scary and dark, right? That mix of like we're having fun, but it's also kind of scary. That mix is like my favorite, and Scream does that so well. It does it so well. The later movies get kind of intense, but it still keeps that like we're having fun, but it's kind of spooky, right? So Scary Movie's greater than Scream. That is incorrect. Scary Movie is a bad movie. I don't like it. It's the only thing the Wayans have done that I didn't like. Yes, I even liked Marlon Wayans in D&D. Not the D&D movie that came out recently. Not Honor Amongst Thieves, the original D&D movie. Yeah. Yeah. I liked that movie. My mods better watch out, because there's a good chance they're going to be playing our Daggerheart, because I'm playing Daggerheart with the mods. The mods better be prepared, because we might be playing Daggerheart, and you might see snails from the D&D movie pop up. Just be prepared. I might do that. Like, I might just pull him in there. But yeah, we're doing that. And then on Sunday, we are doing a fast food tier list. We're doing a fast food tier list. I am excited for it. So I have a lot of opinions on different things, and if you know me, if you know like my books, I have like 4 different books that I carry with me at all times. So I have my schedule, my notes, my idea book filled with stream ideas, and then down by my left foot, down there with my Daggerheart books and cards, is my campaign notes for Daggerheart. So I am a very analytical person. I really like keeping like data and track of things. So I am a big tier list fan. I know people are like, oh, tier list Andy. I no longer care. I didn't do the tier list for the longest because I felt like I had to be like video game boy in order to be a streamer. But I'm realizing I am PALLAS Athena, and I bow to no one. So I was like, no, I am going to do my thing. So maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks tier list. You wanna know why? Because I fucking like it. And I want to. I like sorting and organizing things. It makes me happy. And we're gonna start with fast food because goddammit, I also like fast food. Damn it, I enjoy me some fast food. So that's what we're doing. And then PALLAS Athena. PALLAS Athena. And then we are gonna do some karaoke. Because why not? You know, we're gonna do this big long Zatsu. We're gonna do Zatsus. We're gonna do Ask the God of Wisdom. We're gonna do creative streams. We're gonna get creative with streaming, right? Like, don't get me wrong, we're still gonna play games. I know y'all are into date everything. I understand. We will continue to play date everything. Do not worry. But I do want to do some other stuff too. You know, we're gonna like watch some movies together, all that fun stuff. Just stuff that I don't really see too often, right? I've watched the odd like VTuber watches, you know, like when the Niji crew were watching Twilight, right? I was big into that. I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that with my BBs. Maybe we'll get somebody to watch with us. Who knows? Nah. You know, like, who knows? Maybe some Mythos members want to watch Scream with us. Who knows? Who knows? I'm actually more into I just want to be single. Oh. I mean, mood. What a mood. Oh yeah, Tron. Are we gonna watch Tron? We are absolutely gonna watch Tron. Let me double check that it's... I'm pretty sure... Hang on. Let me just double check that it's on... When I search Disney Plus, the first page it pulls up is like the section for Doctor Who. Just let that marinate. Tells you a lot of like where I'm at. Okay, so... Oh, damn. Okay, they got... Oh! Ooh, I just got a diabolical idea. Okay. I got an idea. Okay. What if we watch... Okay. I'm cooking. What if we watch Scream one week, like we alternate it, and then... fuck it. What if we just do 2 watch-along streams? Diabolical good, yes. This is diabolical. Because I'm like, what if one week we watch Scream, and then the next week we watch Tron, and then the next week we watch Scream 2, and then the next week we watch Tron Legacy, and then the next week we watch Scream 3, and then the next week we start Tron Uprising, the cartoon that takes place in between Tron and Tron Legacy. Because there's not too many episodes for Uprising. Hang on, let me see it. There is... So I've seen up to episode 3? Yeah, up to episode 3. And they're each episode's like 20... The first episode's 35 minutes, and then every episode after that's like about like 25. So I'm like, okay, we can maybe watch like 2 episodes, like 2 episodes a day, or like 2 episodes a week. We could totally do that. We could totally do that. That is totally a thing we could do. I would love that. I'm a big fan of this idea. We watch Tron. We watch Scream. I'm cooking. Right? Because that's fun content, and I know it's not like I'm sitting there being like, we're pro gamers, or like not even pro gamers, but like we're gonna play this game, or we're gonna play all these video games and game. And I'm like, look, I like my Kingdom Hearts, I like my farming sims, but generally speaking, while I am a gamer, I am not a hardcore gamer, and it's not what I really want to stream. I like video games for me, you know? Like, I like video games for my off time. That's where I like video games. I love video games, but I like video games for, like, me specific. You know, like, not that I don't want to share that with you guys, but a lot of the games that I play, I feel like you guys wouldn't be super into, you know? Like, Street Fighter and Fortnite and stuff like that. I feel like that's not really your thing, so I don't want to, like, bore you with it. So I'm like, I'd rather just keep it for myself. But yeah. Anyway, that's the tea. That's the tea for you. That's the news. That's the BB's news. There you go. God, what am I, like talking about VTuber news? That's crazy. I mean, I'd watch those. Hell yeah, I'm glad. Yeah. I definitely want to. I definitely want to do stuff like that. You know, like I definitely want to like cook up some stuff like that. VTuber news, wild dio. Imagine that. I could never. Nah, those people much better at it than I am. I feel like I'm too focused on the good. You know, like I'm too focused on good stuff, right? Like I would just be like, look at all this hype shit, you know? Cause that's really where my heart is. Just like, look at this hype shit. Look at this stuff, right? That's like, I would be bad at it. Too kind for it. That's what I would say. I feel like it takes a really responsible person, right, to do it. It's not really my thing. Being like I feel like, hypothetically speaking, if I were to talk about something, I would rather do like one thing, right? Like Mythos, for example. You know, like I feel like that would be a lot more like my thing. Just focus on like one thing and talk about the news from that, right? Sounds like you would be milking for content if you tried covering VTuber news. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I feel like I understand why it exists. All right, like I'm one of those people where like I get why it exists. I don't really fault anyone who does it. I used to, but the more I think about it, the more like, while I don't like their content, one's content doesn't necessarily speak to them as a person. The person speaks to them as a person, and I don't know these people, right? So to me, I'm like, you know, like, it's not really my thing, but it doesn't, you know, I'm not like, I don't like the energy sometimes, but like, it's just content, you know, like, if it's true, then, like, if it's not true, then it shouldn't bother you, you know, like, I definitely don't agree with it, I don't like it, but I don't know them personally, so I don't really talk on that level, you know, I've spoken to, like, a couple of them, and I know some people are probably like, oh, they're probably the worst. They're really not. Like, I won't say who or why, but they're really not. They're pretty nice. Like, I hate to... That's the thing about you mortals that I think sometimes you lose sight of, is you're not, like, black and white, like... You're not, like, not everything is right and wrong. Like, you're a big mix of gray, right? Like... Everybody is like their own thing. I'm not explaining it well, but like you're a mix of good and bad, right? Everybody's a mix of good and bad, and it just you're gonna vibe with some people's frequencies, and you're not gonna vibe with other people's frequencies. And everybody, like, if everybody is giving off a frequency, you're not gonna vibe with everybody's frequency, if that makes any sense, right? Like, I don't know if I'm making sense, and you don't have to agree with me. You never do. Like, you know, like, you were never forced to agree with me. You know, I genuinely, like, I like that the BBs think for themselves, you know. But yeah, I don't know. The ones I've met have been pleasant. The ones that I haven't met, I don't know. Because I'm like, I don't know them. So I can't really speak to it, you know? It's just that kind of thing. Again, I used to think differently. I feel like I've matured since then. So, it's what it is, you know? That's why it's hard for me to completely hate anyone. I'm the same way. Like, I don't really, like, I realized that I was like, I had my Thorfinn moment from, Vinland Saga where I'm like, I have no enemies. You know? I'm like, it's not, like, I think one of the reasons why I got defensive back before I became, like, when I was still on Olympus, when I was, like, defensive about it, it was just because I'm like, but those are the homies. And I'm like, yeah, but the homies can defend themselves. You know, like, this is not your business. Like, I can have issue with the content being provided, but at the same time, like, I don't know them personally, so why would I have beef with somebody I've never met? I don't like something you did. That doesn't mean I despise you specifically. Because I really think they didn't even know I existed, and if any of them did, it was because of Epic the Musical. You reminded me Vinland Saga's ending soon. Is it really? That's crazy. You make sense, but also I've grown petty towards some folks. But yeah, I just try to ignore the content I don't like. That's just it. If you don't like something, just ignore it. Like, if you don't like something, just ignore it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not for you. Is what it is. How's everybody doing today? We're doing good. I'm doing good, Evan. I don't know about you, but I'm doing pretty good. By the by, some people deserve petty, but not most. I don't know. Like, I understand being petty sometimes, but I don't know. To me, I'm like, I just don't care. Like, I used to, but now I'm like, whatever. I have bigger fish to fry. I just have growing is wild diet. Well, that's just it. Like, I'm like, they're just doing what they think they should be doing. Is what it is, you know? Who am I to say that what they're doing is wrong? I mean, I am the god of wisdom. But, I mean, like, fuck it. You know? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck me. Who cares? Vivi, thank you for gifting a Memby to Crimson. Hope you enjoy the Memby. Make sure to say a big thank you if you happen to be here, Crimson. I'm hungry. Athy, do you remember, can you make heart-shaped sandwiches? I bet you I could, but I would need, like, the little, cookie cutter thing. Fuck me, who cares? Athena 2025. Fuck you, I thought you were Ace. That's not what I meant! You know what I meant. Classic, don't read rules. Slay hard as always. Our lives are infinite, so I'm here for a good time, not a whack time. I'm the same way. Kyrie, I'm the same way, Kyrie. Like, I'm just like, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time, because the sun don't shine every day, you know? Pettiness is not inherently an issue. Fixating to it, to the point of it hurting others or your own mentality is not good. That's where I agree. I definitely agree with that. I think pettiness here and there, like, don't get me wrong, I can be a petty bitch. I know this. I know this. But I'm petty for like a minute, and then, like, I'm petty to just be petty, just for the sass of it, to be a sass master. And then I move on to the next thing, you know? So how was the meet and greet? Care to share with us mortals who weren't able to show up? Yes, let's go ahead and talk about the POST-OFFKAI experience that I had. So, some of you guys know this. Those of you who are at the meet and greet or the panel know this. I didn't get to go. I didn't get to go to POST-OFFKAI physically. I didn't get to be there. And I was really sad about it, because it sounds like everybody had a really good time. But I did get to go and, or I did get to host, rather, a panel, and I got to be part of a meet and greet, thanks to Kawa. Shout out to Kawa. So yeah, it was the, Divinos got a panel, I did see some not nice comments about it. I did see people being a little bit snotty about it. A lot of like who cares and who are they comments, but I'm like, clearly people care. They showed up. You know, somebody cared. And you lucky I mean, congratulations to everyone who could go. Yeah, it was a blast. I had such a good time because it was like it's one thing watching you guys in chat, and it's another to see you show up and say like, hey, I'm so and so, and to see you like actually in front of me is a totally different thing, right? And so I was like, oh my god, you guys are like real people. You have like lives and shit. That's crazy. You know, like it was you got to put a face to the name. Exactly. I got to put a face to the name, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. You're all adorable, by the way. Everyone was so sweet. I was like, oh my god. So let's talk about it. So the day of, me and the Divinos boys wake up. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. We wake up, and none of us know what the fuck we're doing. We're like, wait, where are we going? Who's doing what the fuck? What the fuck? And that was funny because it was just the three of us being, what do we do? Where are we going? What are we doing? Where are we going? And eventually, you know, everybody was just cheering each other on, you know, like, so Artie and I show up at the Kawa booth. Bless Kawa, by the way. They were so sweet. They took great care of us. Kawa was like really great. I wonder if they have any of the, I don't think they have any merch probably left over. I'll double check, but I don't imagine they. Let's see. Do they have any merch? Any merch? No, but there is. I don't think they do, but it does. I do think they have like Artemis. I think they have Artie merch. Yeah, they do. Okay. Oh no, they have me. I'm in there. But I'm in there. Though. Okay, so they kind. Okay, so you know what? Save it. Pause. Remind me, BBs, to talk about the merch thing because I do have thoughts. But Kawa took amazing care of us. They were so sweet, and I was very lucky to have like somebody there for, to kind of guide me through. It was really sweet. Bless your heart, I forgot the name. There was a lot of names on Sunday that we ran through, and I'm so sorry I forgot the name of the Kawa rep, who was so sweet. I feel really bad. I forget their name, but they were so sweet. Shout outs to them. They were an absolute angel. But we get there. No, it was not the CEO. It was a rep. It was just somebody helping us at the it was somebody helping us at the Noelle would have like Noelle and the those who were there would have seen the rep. But yeah, she was like the girl she was handing the headphones to people. Like that's who was my rep and like guiding me through it. And it was great. It was not like my first meet and greet or anything, but this was the first meet and greet. So I did a meet and greet at SumiCon, which was also really fun, right? And I did that through Ara Culture, and they're also great. For the record, I love Ara Culture as well. But this was the first meet and greet where I got to meet BBs, because at SumiCon we had like just started. We were still kind of new. We didn't really meet any. I didn't get to meet any BBs specifically. This time I got to meet pretty much exclusively BBs, and then also get flipped off by Trey, which was really funny. But yeah, so Artie and I, we were on two screens, and I forget, there was another VTuber who was with us as well. I don't remember who that was though. Hang on, I'm gonna see if if it's on Kawa's Twitter, maybe? I don't think so. There was another VTuber there as well. Oh, here we go. It was it was Toffee, I believe. Yeah, Toffee. Yeah, Toffee was going on like right after us. So it was me and Artie, and then Toffee was showing up right after with Afro. So it's not like we were on the same screen. It was Artie was on one screen and then I was on another. And then after that, Afro was on one screen and Toffee was on another. Toffee wasn't like with us specifically. We weren't like in a call with them. It was just like they were on the other screen. So did you remember to spread the good word of Rick? It's important for to convert others to the cult of Rick. No, I did not. And we will never speak of Rick in this house. I was gonna say ever again, but that's probably not. I was like, that's probably not true. We're probably gonna go back to Mineral Town pretty soon. I know I said we're not playing video games as much, but like, it's Mineral Town. We're probably playing Mineral Town soon. So we're on either screen, and I remember thinking like I wonder if anyone's gonna show up. Artie was having tech issues for a little bit, and so I was like, oh god, what if this goes south? What if this goes bad? Oh god. I was very I was very nervous. I meant to go up to Artie's as well, but my time crunch wouldn't allow me, and Artie's stream came later than I expected. Yeah, like Artie was having like tech problems, which was unfortunate. Mind you, he fucking crushed it. The night before, he was doing a show. There was like a VTuber concerty thing. So he like, you could tell like my boy's throat was destroyed on Sunday. So he was probably like, you know what, this is fine. I could use the rest. So I'm like, oh shit. So we get there, and yeah, we see Risco and Noelle and like some other BBs as well were there. I don't want to say names unless they say that they were there. You know, I don't want to say who was there and who wasn't. That explains why he was quiet during the Q&A. Yeah, he was his voice was pretty wrecked. But he, so yeah, I got to meet some of you guys, and it was unreal. It was so cool. I like, again, putting a face to the name was just, it was awesome, because I was like, oh shit, like, that's my BBs. They're right there. That's my BBs. It was great. And everybody, by the way, every single person who came up to talk to me about, or during the meet and greet, asked me about John Cena's heel turn. Like, everybody asked me about wrestling. Right? I was like, that's crazy. Like, everybody asked me about wrestling. And I was like, oh, wait, we do like wrestling. Okay. I think they were just humoring me. Like, I think y'all were just being nice. Except for, yeah, Risco didn't. But, like, literally everybody asked about wrestling. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it was very, that's really cute. It was very sweet. Sometimes you don't realize your impact on people till you actually see them in person. That's true, Unit. Like, it wasn't until seeing everybody and being like, yeah, like, but, like, I was so excited. And I assumed, and, you can tell Artie this and see his react. I'm sure he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, but I was legit at first thinking that people were mainly showing up because they were going to see Artie and figured they'd be nice and come see me after. That's legit what I thought. I had assumed that people were really showing up to see Artie, that I was kind of secondary, right? That, like, if people had time, they'd go see they'd go see Athie after seeing Artie. That's what I assumed. But then, yeah, like Risco and a few of you had, like, yeah, and then Noelle, Risco, like, were like, no, we came specifically for you. Don't tell Artie this, but I signed up for you first. No. Like, it's like, yeah, people are like, no, we came for you. You're not an also-ran. We care about you, and we came to say hi to you. And I was like, what? Me? It was so sweet. Didn't even know Artie was at the same time as you. It was very it was very heartwarming for me because I was like, oh, people like me. Like, I know. Okay, let me explain. I know that you guys show up in chat. I know this, right? Like, and you wouldn't do that if you didn't. But I'm telling you, there's something. The energy is way different when you're put in front of a screen and you're watching people walk by, and you're like, you know, I'm like, people are walking by and I'm like trying to get people's attention, right? Because I'm like thinking nobody's gonna talk to me and I'm just gonna sit on this screen all sad by myself. And then people were showing up like clockwork. People were showing up just to say hi because you guys signed up, right? So you guys had signed up and people were like showing up to say hi, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy, right? Like, I didn't even have to wait. Like, people would just show up, right? There was one point where, I think it was actually when Noelle was there. There was one point where there was like no line, so Noelle and I just got to like yap for like a while. And then Noelle, I don't know if you know this, the person who came up after Noelle was maybe I'm getting mixed up. I would have stayed the whole time. Yeah, it would have attracted more people, the pitiful look. It would have, yeah, if I'm like, you know, like the whole time all sad. You're loved too. It was first of all, how dare you? First of all, how dare you make me feel things? But it was the so after, I'm pretty sure it was after Noelle, there was like this pause. And I look up and I see this dude's just staring at me, and I'm like, right? Because so you can't hear at the con, you can't hear me unless you're wearing the headphones. So I know that he can't hear me, so I'm just kind of going, because I recognized him, but I don't know why. I was like, why do I recognize that guy? Right? So I'm like, right? And then the guy flips me off. And I'm like, hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I go, I was like, no, at first I go, me? And he goes, and I go, because as soon as I go, I go, it's fucking Trey. Like, as soon as he flipped me off, I was like, it's Trey. So if you don't know Trey's with Mythos. So I was like, it's fucking Trey. Yeah, it's like, god damn it. Motherfucker. I was like, this motherfucker, bro. Yeah, it was Trey. I was like, this motherfucker, bro. So he's flipping me off and he's going, yeah, fuck you. And I was like, oh, you know, fuck you. You know? Like, you flipping me off? How dare you? I am an actual god. I will smite the shit out of you. Right? I was getting pissed. I was like, you motherfucker, bro. And then as I'm thinking that, who should happen to walk by but Chloe, and Chloe's like, and I'm like, oh fuck. what is about to happen? Chloe's like, saw, dude. And I'm like, oh, saw, dude. And so I got to hang out with, like, so Chloe and Trey, like, both walked up and they were, like, just messing with me. And so they were like, okay, we gotta go. I was like, oh, okay. And then they left, and then just as it was, like, kind of perfect timing, because as they left, my time was up. So they left, and they were like, the rep was like, hey, we gotta let you go. You gotta get ready for your panel. And I'm like, you're so right, bestie. I feel bad. I don't remember her name, but she was a saint because she was like, go get ready. Like, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it, but go get ready for your panel. So just super sweet, right? And I was really, like, really happy that they did that. Oh, BBs, take the pin out of the merch thing. Let's talk about the merch thing now. The other thing that this time I think every BB had mentioned was I went through Artist Alley and I went through all the booths and I didn't see much of you. So let's talk about that real quick. I want to make something very, very clear, and we're about to get kind of serious. In fact, I'm gonna like lean right into the mic when I say this is kind of serious. So it's not serious, but like this is kind of important. So listen up, okay? Listen very closely. Listen very closely to what I'm saying. Kind of serious. This is kind of serious time. Kind of serious. It's not super serious, but kind of serious. So, there is a reason why you guys didn't see me a whole lot. I don't know about the artists. Like, I don't know about Artist Alley, because at the end of the day, Artist Alley, if an artist wants to draw, like a VTuber, that's usually kind of up to the artist, right? So, like, if you're walking through Artist Alley, I do know that there was art of me in Artist Alley. I believe they were stickers. Let me find... I think they're all gone, but let me double check. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they're all gone. Yeah, I think they're all gone. So there was an artist, Leviathan, Leviathan ND on Twitter, who did make the most adorable. Like, they had their booth at, they had their, like, little booth in Artist Alley, and they made these cute fucking, like, little stickers of the Divinos boys, and it was so fucking cute. It was so cute. I couldn't get over how damn cute it was. So it was me in my armor, and then me out of my, hang on. Am I powered down? There we go. And me in this. So it was me in this. It's more for time. There we go. And me in my armor. What would my dinosaur be? It's more for time. Like, what's my Zord? Anyway, I saw them. They were so good. They were so fucking cute. There was no maid Athena. No maid Athena. I could see like some of the. I could see like a lot of them. There they were. So there was Artie with the mask, Artie without the mask. There was one of Afro, and then there was one of me in my armor and one of me out of the armor. Maid Athena, taking notes. There was no maid Athena. But yeah, so I did see Leviathan. There was another one. Oh, wait, there was another one? I didn't know there was another one. Another one. But I did see, so those ones I knew about. I did know about those. That was super cute. But, yeah, I did see maybe a Stegosaurus. It's more for time! Stegosaurus! Yeah, that's mine. Stegosaurus! Triceratops! Okay, enough of this. Anyway. So, yeah, so I did go through... I did see that that art, and I do know that a lot of you guys went through. I do know that some of you guys went through and like went looking for me and didn't see me. And I think some of you guys had mentioned at the POST-OFFKAI booth, like during our meet and greet, that there was merch there, but it wasn't necessarily of me. There's two. There was the stickers, and then Kawa made these cute fucking little pixel keychains, and I had a little pixel keychain, and you can still get that. That is apparently still something you can get. So yeah, there is, and I will share the link here. You can still get a little Kawa keychain. Hang on, bam. So that is still a thing. I bought one at the con. Yeah, so there is a keychain. I am an adorable keychain. However, that was it. That was the only official merch of me at the con. That was the only official merch. And of course there was Leviathan's adorable art of the Divinos boys. And that was it. and this is the reason why I say that this is kind of serious. I want to make this super clear. Super duper super clear. This was not a Mythos decision. This was a me decision. I was like, there's been a few things that I've been offered that for my own personal reasons, I have not, I've decided not to, hang on one second, I will share Leviathan's art. That'll take you to the artwork. For my own personal reasons, I've decided that I'm gonna hold off. I would hope that maybe next POST-OFFKAI, there's more merch of myself kicking around. But as of right now, it was a personal decision. This has literally zero to do with Mythos or any partner that I've been lucky enough to have anything to do with, like be that Kawa or other people that I can't talk about right now. Some other really cool people that I can't talk about right now. They've been really cool and really great. There is no drama happening. I want to stress that too, that it is not, there's no drama happening surrounding the merch. It is purely a personal decision that will make sense a little bit later. Spectre, what's good? Hey, Spectre. How was POST-OFFKAI? Did you have fun? I heard it was pretty, I heard the parties were pretty banging. But yeah, it was, no, it was good though. It was good. It was, like, it was a really great time to actually see people, like, in person. I know that, I snuck into the panel for the boys. Hell yeah. That was the same person I'm talking about, but the artist is called Eastern Downpour. Oh, that's weird. They should be tagged there. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, so Leviathan... Wait, so did Leviathan... I'm confused. Who made the art? It was East Downpour made the art, not Leviathan? Like, Leviathan... I'm so confused. Because I want to... Okay, yeah, it was East Downpour. Okay, well, they're getting a follow from me. Okay, so Leviathan... Okay, so Leviathan just, like, purchased it from East Downpour. Okay. East Downpour's art is so fucking cute. So I was like, they're getting a follow from me. That's for damn sure. Let me see if maybe the art's still there. I'll double check. I don't imagine so. Probably not. No, I don't think so. No. No, it's not there. But yeah, I loved, yeah, it was so cute. I absolutely adored that art. It was so cute. Shout out Eastern Downpour, or sorry, East Downpour, at East Downpour. They are Eastern Downpour, but their Twitter handle is at East Downpour. Yeah, it was so friggin' cute. I loved it. Yeah. I'll ask if they'll sell those on their Etsy for any BB who wants it. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. I will say, regarding merch stuff, if you guys do want some cool shit, might I recommend the art of, hang on, I will get the Artemis link here. Might I recommend checking out Artie here? There we go. There's another link there for you. Might I recommend checking out Artie's merch? So Artie has a desk placemat, which has Artie's like key art. It's so sick. I highly recommend it. It's super cool. And I think it would make an excellent desk mat. But there's also the acrylic standees as well. Those are super cool. I recommend those as well. And there is like a big poster of the key art as well, if posters are more your thing. But yeah, it was so yeah, it was cool to see like that Artie's merch, I believe, was actually at the booth. Buy the acrylic standee too and flip off the standee. Yeah, buy the acrylic standee and flip off the standee. That has been the method of POST-OFFKAI, is to flip off Artie. That's been like the time-honored tradition, is flipping off Artie at POST-OFFKAI apparently. Yeah, that was on the catalog. Yeah, it's I think right now it's a pre-order if you were to get it now. There is a sale on the standee though. There is a 17% sale on the standee if you want to get it. This isn't like a sponsor, by the way. Like, they just made merch of the homie, so I wanted to be like, oh, by the way, there's this. Or you can buy my keychain. You know, if you want, you can do that too. But yeah, it's yeah, I just wanted to quickly get the merch stuff. Any awkwardness regarding merch kind of like brushed aside, before we kind of dig into the rest of the con. By the way, okay, actually, hang on. Let me cross off meet and greet, and then we'll cross. The other thing I want to talk about real quick, because we're gonna take a break in about 5 minutes. But the other thing that I want to talk about before we take a quick break is the smell. I saw a post going around. For POST-OFFKAI, basically talking about, don't get me started. Yeah, I was like, ugh, that's really gross. So, I saw a post going around, like, just of everybody having fun and, like, just having a blast, like, hanging out with friends and just getting together and having a good time. And then somebody made a post saying, at first I had FOMO, and then I heard about the absolutely foul stench that was POST-OFFKAI, and I got less sad. And so apparently some VTuber fans forget to bathe. Some dudes be running around out here not putting on deodorant. Homies, please, for me, do me the solid. Put on deodorant. Care about how you look and smell when you go out into public. Don't just go out into public looking like a bum and smelling like what comes out of one. I need y'all to really care if you're going to go out into public. Do you want your Oshi to have to see you looking all bummish? Do you want, like, especially if you did a in-person meet and greet, do you want your Oshi to know that you smell like poo-poo doo-doo butter? You don't want that. You don't want that. Hell no. Not just deodorant. Please shower. Yeah, please shower. Bathe. Shower. Deodorant. Cologne even. You know? Perfume. Put on some smelly goods. And please bathe when you go out. I heard rumors people resold deodorant with Minto stickers on it, and they sold out fast. That okay. I don't even have words. You forgot your divine cologne, Athena? No, I never leave the house without smelly goods. Reminds me of what Hades said. Yeah, we'll get to what Hades said. Wait, that's genius. I mean, kind of is. Good marketing, low-key. It kind of is. Like, I was like, it's kind of fire, actually. Also, bring baby tissues and go for a pit stop at the bathroom if needed. Look, I get it. It's hot as balls. I understand, but like, make sure that you're in an environment where you're surrounded by other people and your peers and fellow, like, you know, like viewers, peers, everybody in between. You know, everyone in our community basically goes to POST-OFFKAI. So they will remember you if you're the one who stunk to high heaven. You know, clean clothes. Again, yeah, it all goes into it. You know, like, wear clean clothes, shower, wear deodorant. Like, I I feel weird because I'm like, you're all adults. I shouldn't have to tell you that. You know, it's like, I was a little surprised to hear that. I did hear that pretty much frequently from just about everybody, that there was a smell throughout POST-OFFKAI. Which sucks, because that's not POST-OFFKAI's fault. For the record, that is not POST-OFFKAI's fault. That is 110% on that is 110% on VTuber fans not taking very good care of themselves. Look, and I will say this too. I will say, I was told it was weed. Weed does not smell like BO. Like, there is a very specific, I would be able to pinpoint that smell. I'm Canadian. I would be able to pinpoint that smell from like a mile away. It was a social con, but also networking con too. If you stink, say goodbye to connections. 100%. Yeah, it's a very distinct smell. Yeah. I forgot I was in San Jose for a bit because it's normally cold even in the summer. I was surprised to hear how foul the stench was. Because I will say, when I went to, I was one of those folks who went to TwitchCon. And I remember, and look, I will say this, I loved San Diego. This is not a knock, right? San Diego is cool as shit. I never saw palm trees up until then. I'm 2,500 years old. I had never seen palm trees in my life. And I saw palm trees for the first time, and I was very confused. Because I was like, why are they ugly? Why do they look like that, bro? Why are they so ugly, bro? I was like, they're so ugly, bro. But yeah, they are confusing trees. They're so ugly. I was like, why are they so ugly? I thought they'd be pretty. Well, you wanna know why? Because when people say palm trees, the first thought in my head is the ending to Skate the Infinity. Like, whoa, whoa, let's get the feeling. Like that ending. Whoa, whoa, let's get the feeling. Like with the palm tree flowing. That's what I think of. That's my first thought in my head, is Skate the Infinity palm trees. So I assume palm trees are gonna be really pretty. And you look at them and I'm like, they're kind of just ugly. They're just tall and ugly. And I remember getting off the plane and our driver was like, yeah, they're pretty ugly. And I was like, yeah, I'm a little surprised. Also, and again, this is the thing I was gonna say. I love San Diego. The first thing I noticed, and I'm talking fucking immediate first thing I noticed the second you leave the airport, is it fucking reeks. Like the first thing I noticed when I get out of the airport in San Diego was, oh my god, this shit reeks, bro. It smells so bad. I was like, what the fuck? Why does it smell so bad? I legit thought somebody just like pissed in front of the airport door. That's legit what I thought. I was like, what the fuck? Why does it reek so bad? And the driver was like, yeah, so you see that over there? And I'm like, yeah. And she points at the ocean. And she's like, it's not, like, you're not smelling pee, you're smelling ocean. You're smelling, like, fish. And I was like, oh, okay, is it? Okay. Yeah, so it takes a second to, like, adjust to that. Once your nose, like, readjusts, you're like, oh, okay. And then San Diego is baller as fuck. Yeah. Palm trees are a pain in the ass because they occasionally need to be trimmed so the coconuts don't fall on people's heads. Well, the other thing, too, is our driver was like, play a game with you and your friends. Try to see who can see a palm tree on fire before you go. You're here for the weekend? And I go, yeah, is that normal? And she's like, yep, you will probably, the odds are you will see a palm tree on fire before you leave. That was San Diego. So I think, and I think this was in one of the other Sans, was POST-OFFKAI in San Jose? I want to say. I think it was in San Jose. I did not see the palm tree on fire. I was not one of them. I think somebody else in Mythos saw a palm tree on fire though. Sounds accurate. Yeah, I think it was San Diego. No, it was San Jose. I don't know. Okay, when people ask me like where was TwitchCon, I go San Diego. I have no idea why. Sam Diego. It's not even San. Sam Diego. Sam Diego. Sam Diego. Sam Jose. San Francisco. Is there another one that I'm missing? Is there another San? Like, you gotta say it. Those are some cool fucking cities, and you gotta say that shit with power, man. The opposite side of Cali? Is it? Palm trees and eucalyptus are very flammable. It surprises me that there would be palm trees left. It surprises me that there would be palm trees left that could burn that. Yeah, apparently it's just common. San Andreas. No, wait. No. Wait a minute. San Andreas. San Francisco. San Francisco. What in the Carmen San Diego? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? San Antonio. You gotta say it with power, man. You gotta say it. You gotta. If you're gonna say it right. Say it right. It's like when people say it's like when people try to say my name, and they don't say it right. People never say my name right. Pallas Athena, god of wisdom, warfare, handicraft, guardian of heroes, protector of Athens, and the silliest boy in all of Olympus. People always say it wrong. Always say it wrong. San Bernardino. Am I just gonna say all the Sans? Pallas Athena. Wah. Pallas Athena. We can make a whole Poke Rap out of all the Sans. Megalovania intensifies. Lilla, welcome in. Hello. Athena. Is cute sounding. Hold on. Athena. Athena. We say it wrong because the title changes every time. It's true. So the title does not change. It's the last title changes every time. San Pallas. San Pallas. San Pallas. Sam Athena. Not the wah. Not the wah, like wah. Wah. Everybody cheating but me. Wah. Wah, Athena. Athena, wah. Do you speak Spanish? I used to be able to. I can't anymore. It's one of those things where, like, I remember I took Spanish classes for a little bit. For those who don't know, Spanish isn't, like, taught in, like, school, like, in Canada. So it's not like people speak it very frequently here. When I got here, I assumed that was the case, because, again, from my home on Olympus, you don't typically see much of Canada, so I assumed Canada was basically just America until I moved here, and then I went, oh, they don't speak Spanish. They speak French. I did learn a little bit of French, but not a whole lot. Je m'appelle Athena. That's about it. Je m'appelle Athena. Comment ça va? Bien? Yeah, bien is not French. Wait, is bien French? I was like, wait, bien's not French. I was like, wait a minute. I'm so fucking dumb. Très bien is fucking French, you dumb shit. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. I'm so dumb. I took Spanish and French classes too, but both is terrible. Especially my Spanish is half Chilean. My Spanish and French mixes together apparently. Bon, mon ami, but not bon enough. Spanish? You speak Spanish? No. I tried to learn both Spanish and French, and it didn't go well. Currently, I'm trying to learn Japanese. And I think I just bought a game that I'm gonna try playing. Maybe we'll play it on stream. I don't know. Called Sashingo, I think is what it's called. I'm trying to learn Japanese right now. Yahoo! Spanish and French are somewhat similar. There's crossover. I'm half German, half Chilean, but I only really speak German properly. It's sad. It is what it is. Hello, Toast. Sashingo. Yeah, Sashingo. I've seen some people play it. The photo game. Yeah, the photo game. So I was like, I'm going to try playing that and see how that goes. Nihongo Jozo. Like, the most I could say right now, and I don't think that this would help me much in Japan if somebody's like, how you doing, man? If I'm like, urusei baka. I have a feeling that won't help much. Urusei baka. Don't think that'll help. Yo, aniki. You know, most of my Japanese comes from the Yakuza series. I don't think it'll help much. If I just walk up, aniki. Someone would be like, can I fucking help you? Like, what the fuck? I'm not your brother. What the hell? Still learning Japanese, but most of my practice comes from all the haikus I do. Hell yeah. Aniki. Yeah. That's Artie and Afro to me. I walk up to them, I'm like, yo, Aniki. And they're like, oh, this fucking guy. And I'm like, hey, how you doing? Well, and you guys, like, there's some things that I say kind of frequently on stream, like, dozo, 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 dozo. Right, when you guys try something, I'm like, oh, yeah? Yeah, you want to talk some shit? Yeah, yeah? Dozo, dozo. Right, when I know you guys are like, go ahead. Dozo just means, yeah, go ahead. Do it. Wild Dio. Yeah, Wild Dio. Dozo. What's another one? Sa na. Sa na. Like, who knows? Sa na. Just like little phrases that I can say. Like, I know little things. Hi. Like, yes. Hi. Nandeska. And of course, the classic phrase that will absolutely help me out no matter where I go. Kono bangumi wa goran no sponsor no teiko de oukure shimasu. That will help me out no matter where I go. I watched a lot of Case Closed. Kono bangumi wa goran no sponsor no teiko de oukure shimasu. I don't know if that will help much. I just like saying it. Kono bangumi wa goran no sponsor no teiko de oukure shimasu. It took me forever to realize you don't say the U at the end of words. Like the Dragon Ball villain Zamasu is not actually Zamasu, it's Zamas. Zamas. Right? Like, it's not actually Zamasu, it's Zamas. Right? Oukure shimasu. It's not Masu, it's Mas. Mas. You see, you can kind of hear it. Mas. Toire wo doko desu ka? Don't fucking start with me, unit. I know where that's from. Toire wa doko desu ka? Toire wa doko desu ka? Right? For those who don't know, that is Where is the Toilet? When The Walking Dead went overseas to do like a little tour overseas, Norman Reedus thought it would be fucking hilarious to tell Andrew Lincoln that the way you say it's thank you for inviting us to your country, the way you say it is Tore wa doku desu ka? So he kept saying it over and over again. Poor fucking Andy, bro. I feel so bad. But Norman's such an asshole. Yeah. I kind of met Norman Reedus. I like passed Norman Reedus once. I was at a con. I was wandering around. And so where I was walking, it was like a little it was like an upper floor that kind of overlooked the first floor. And I was walking by and I could kind of hang. So I was with some friends, and so we're hanging, kind of just like leaning off the railing and looking down on the bottom floor, and we see there's like a meet and greet happening, but we don't know who it's for, because this is a very big con. So there's a meet and greet happening, and we're staring at them, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? And the guy, like, because you can't see like the backdrop, we could just see them. There's like a backdrop, but we can't see what it is. And so the guy like looks up, and I'm like, son of a bitch, that's fucking Daryl Dixon. It's like, holy shit, that's fucking Daryl Dixon, right? I'm trying to swear less, and I'm doing a bad job. But I'm like, oh, like, it's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's like, son of a bitch, that's fucking Daryl Dixon, right? And he looks up, and he waves, and I'm like, yo, right? I was like, oh shit, right? He didn't have to fucking do that. He's doing a meet and greet. He's waiting for the next guy to come to his table, and he looks up at me and my friends and fucking waves, right? And then he taps the guy next to him, and the guy next to him looks over, looks up. I'm like, that's fucking Glenn. That's Glenn Rhee. And then Glenn waves. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what nice dudes. It was just, they didn't have to do that, but they did. And I'll always remember that. I fucking love those two. All right. Norman Reedus and, why am I forgetting my boy's name? Norman Reedus and, Glenn's actor is, he's in Invincible right now. What is his name? Hang on, I have to look it up. Cause I'm like, I don't, like, I gotta give my man his proper credit. Cause like, he's a king. Steven Yeun. What a fucking G. Steven Yeun is the man. All BBs praise the cuteness of this guy. Cloudy, how dare you? I am not cute. I am ferocious and terrifying. Thank you very much. Ferocious and terrifying. But yeah, that was a cute, like, that was like a cute story. I was like, man, Norman Reedus and Steven Yeun are cool as shit. It was really nice. Praise be cute, Athie. No, never. Do I smell copium? I am not cute. I am ferocious and terrifying. So terrifying. I'm very scary. Very terrifying. Very scary. Very spooky boy. Spooky, scary boy. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick break. Let's take a quick 5 minutes. Let's take a quick 5-minute break because I am kind of hungry and I want to see if there's any food in the kitchen. Let's go take a quick break and let's get some food. Go get yourself a new cup of tea. Go get yourself a little snacky snack. Let's go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. BRB. BRB. I'm back. So I couldn't find food. The food that I did find is stuff that would take a little longer than 5. I was like, oh, forget it. Oh, forget it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just wait. It's fine. So I'm gonna get food later. Food later. Food later. Not right away. What I could do is I could hop on the scooter and try to see if I can get some food quickly and then race back, but that would probably be longer than 5 minutes. So I'm probably not going to do that. Cloudy, thank you for the super. With a little sandwich. Would like a sandwich. I should have just made a quick sandwich. Could have slapped together a sandwich. But I'm the type of person where I'm like, no. If I'm gonna have a sandwich, I gotta have a panini. I gotta use my panini press. Well, you know what? I'll do that. I'll do that. The next break we take, I'll get the panini press out, make a panini real quick. I think Athena is a combo of cute and cool. I'm glad you guys think so. I'm glad you think so. I am very, very comfy being the cute and cool boy. That is fine by me. But yeah. Anyway, shall we continue our conversation about POST-OFFKAI before I get, distracted again and go fully off the rails yet again? Before I get confused again, shall we get back to POST-OFFKAI? So, it wasn't just the meet and greet. There was also the panel. Yeah, we did a panel at POST-OFFKAI. That was pretty damn cool. So, again, like I said, I did see some kind of like who are they? Why are they there? Right, and I was like, whatever. Like, fucking whatever. Right, I was like, because they asked. Okay, so we said sure. Right, like, that's... fucking... Get off my dick. I don't know what else to say. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it is what it is. So, we did the panel. I was excited to do the panel. The reason why I was excited to do the panel is because I was excited to do a Q&A, because the panel was basically, ask the gods whatever you so desire. Ask Divinos whatever you'd like. Is the panel online? No. Unfortunately, the panel, we thought maybe it might be streamed, but it wasn't. So that was one of those, like, if you were there, you were there. If you weren't, you weren't. It wasn't being recorded, unfortunately. I hope I didn't act too nervous. No, I thought you were great. I did record a bit of it. Oh, okay. Since they allowed, I was like, I'm pretty sure they allowed recording. It's just they didn't record it themselves. Like, POST-OFFKAI wasn't streaming it or anything. And none of us were streaming our end of it. But, so for the panel, it was cool to see, like, they gave us this huge room. I was like, there is no way we are filling this room. We didn't, for the record. Still crying in Asia. I'm so sorry. I had to leave at 2 that day. Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I think it was at a time, because it was Sunday, like, a lot of people were leaving, so it was at a time where a lot of BBs couldn't make it, and I feel bad about that. Maybe we'll do, like, another con appearance. I would like to hope, I would certainly hope so. But, yeah, it was basically, so we got set up, and, the setup was fun. So we were just kind of dicking around, and I did get peanuts, and they're in my teeth. There's peanuts in my teeth. Anyway, so I speedrun an MTG game to make it in time. Hell yeah. So we yeah, we basically we get in the call, and this was right after the so basically I did my my meet and greet, went out, laid in the hammock for a bit, and was just on my phone, chit-chatting with the boys. And basically, it was just Artie and I talking. Artie was like, I'm here getting ready, because Artie actually was there. Afro was still doing his panel, and we're like, you're gonna do great, bro. Right? And he did a great job. And then we get, they're like, okay, it's time, get off the hammock, run back to my computer, and we start setting up. And the three of us are like, ha ha ha, blah, blah, blah. And there's this pause, and I'm like, did you know this is the first official Mythos collab? They're like, what? No, it's not. I'm like, it is. They're like, it's not. I'm like, it fucking is. I was like, yes, it is. Right? And they were like, no, oh, fuck. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, they like, we literally never really considered the fact that that was the first time the three of us were on stream as a trio. We were on stream together with Celine once, Pegasus Witch. Like, we were on stream with her once, for her channel. But that was the only time. So it wasn't like a proper, like, Divinos collab. This was the first proper Divinos collab where it was just the trio, but it was all three of us, right? Just the boys, nobody else, as a trio. That had never happened before. We've been doing this for half a year. That had never happened. I think it's been half a year. February, March, April, May, June. Okay, the 6 months is coming up. 6 month is approaching. Because we debuted in January something or other. So 6 months would be July, I believe. February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, so so the half year anniversary is approaching. Me and the boys gonna have a collab meme. Yeah, like I was legit like, holy shit, we Wild Dio, but glad you finally were able to. I was stunned that I was like, because I realized that like, as like, I think it was like a couple days before, like I was on stream and I connected the dots. I was like, oh shit, we've never done a collab before. And like there's like, it's one of those things where like, I think the biggest reason is if you know the boys, you know they're incredibly busy people. Afro is very, very busy. And Artie is just as much. So it's hard to really get them in the same space. So yeah, like I will say this, like we don't get together as often as I've noticed other groups do. And this is not against them, right? I'm gonna say something and it's gonna sound like I'm knocking Artie and Afro, and I'm really not. All right. But I was a little sad, right? I think it was like a month or two in when I realized that, and I think I even said this on stream, Divinos collabs are probably not gonna happen, right? Just because of how complicated it is to get the three of us in the same space. And that really bummed me the fuck out. Because I love VTubing, and a big part of VTubing is your gen, right? Like it's all about your gen. And my gen and I just kind of like our schedules are all completely overlapping. It's so incredibly difficult for us to get together. So it just doesn't really happen. Now, thankfully, everybody's okay at being on their own, you know. Afro does his thing, Artie does his thing, and I do my thing. And it's fine, but it does make the times we do get together, I think, a little bit more special because it doesn't happen often, right? Like, I think Artie and I, our schedules allow it so that we can hang out a little bit more. It is very difficult for us to get a hold of Afro just because our schedules don't cross, and the boy is ultra busy all the time. I know he's been cooking up quite a bit. Afro, I don't know if you'll see this. Maybe you'll see this later. I'm excited for you. That's really awesome. And you know, Artie's been doing his subathon. So like the subathon's been going great. Artie, if you're watching this, I'm very proud of you. Keep killing it. But it's one of those things where it's kind of just not really an option, right? right? I feel like I am part of a gen. I am a corporate VTuber, but I often feel like I am very much my own little entity off in the corner of corporate VTubing space because I'm the only one who streams on YouTube. At least I was for a bit. Some Mythos members were starting to stream over here, but then Twitch decided to be what rhymes with Twitch and give them grief for multi-streaming. So I don't know if Mythos members will kick around over here. I should probably start streaming more on the purple side in the meantime. But yeah, I was just sort of like, man, that's like I definitely feel like what rhymes with Twitch. Nice, thank you. I definitely feel like I can be very like solitary in Mythos. I feel very like separated a lot of the time. Not because I want to be, just because like I prefer streaming over here, and that does kind of limit the amount of time that I can spend with other members of Mythos. As much as I want to hang out with everybody, because I really do, because I don't like being alone. So yeah, it's one of those sounds lore accurate. Well, I did spend, you got to keep in mind, I did spend a lot of my time at post Odysseus and Telemachus's passing. I spent a lot of time in my room on Olympus, and I didn't do a whole lot. So I got very used to being on my own. It's not because I want to be, it's just because I do spend a lot of time on my own. I understand your feeling. I want to socialize, but it's easier to just do the solo thing. That's exactly it. So I tend to just kind of be alone a lot of the time. So because of that, when stuff like the panel happen, it's this like, oh yeah, I am part of a group, and it was really nice, right? Like Afro and Artie were just very fucking sweet, like the whole time, and like yeah, like we're a trio, we're gonna do this. We were joking about like coming up with like we need a catchphrase, we need like our Power Ranger catchphrase, and Afro's like, we put the D in divine. It's like, well, there it is. You know, like it was pretty funny. Just like hanging out with the boys again, because we didn't like, we used to talk a little bit more on the lead up to debut, and then debut happened, we got very busy, and Afro was already like a very busy dude from like before we debuted, so you can imagine afterwards having to be also be like a corporate VTuber on top of everything they do as Afro, like already. They just became incredibly busy. Artie basically became absorbed into a subathon, and I haven't heard from the fucker in a while. Like he just the subathon took my boy and never gave him back. But that's what made that whole event very special for me. That's going on for a while. Yeah, that subathon is not stopping anytime soon. But it made that moment where we got to finally be in the same space and like do the Q&A so fun. It's funny, there was a question asked where it's like I want to see how well you guys know each other, and all of us went, oh fuck. Because we haven't really been spending time together, right? So we're like, oh shit, we really don't know each other that well. So we were like a little concerned, but it ended up being like really fun, and we had a great time. I think everybody's favorite was probably getting me to do the ooh woo. I hate it. I can't ooh woo, but everybody thought it was real funny. Ooh woo. I can't ooh. Afro can fucking ooh woo though. Afro can do the ooh woo. That shit was crazy. Yeah, it was good. Well, the other thing too, and it's like, I think this is the thing, and this is gonna get a little bit real, this is gonna get a little bit real, but it's the truth. Afro, Artie, and myself are three very different people. I think that's probably really obvious. We tackle VTubing from three incredibly different styles, because VTubing has styles, and we all tackle it from very different styles. I don't necessarily, how do I put this? Like, I don't necessarily behave quite the same way that the boys do. I'm a little bit more like corporate idol boy, as opposed to the way that like Artie and Afro might stream. Not to say that they're not corporate idol boys, but like it's just not really their style. They like, Afro's very much a I'll do whatever I feel like, you know. I'ma just be Afro and unapologetically Afro, and I love that. And Artie is very much like pretty much the same vein. Like Artie likes doing like subathons and like botsus and shit, like really like the like endurance streams. Like that's Artie's thing. I try to be like idol boy, you know, like I try to be fun, cute idol boy. I try to kind of follow the rules a little bit. I try to kind of do the traditional like idol VTuber, corporate VTuber boy thing, because I fell in love with VTubing from the corporate point of view, right? The greats of HoloLive, Niji Sanji, First Stage, you know, fucking V4 Mirai, right? Like that's the companies that I adore, right? So that's where I kind of tackle things from. Afro is a renegade without a cause. Afro is a renegade without a cause. He's a renegade without a cause. Whereas, yeah, for me, like and Afro will be the first to tell you, he came from the outside. Like Afro was kind of new to VTubing when the other gods asked us to join them in this whole VTubing thing. I already knew what VTubing was. Like I was a huge fucking fan. And so for me, I tackle it from a very different point of view, as opposed to the other two who might not see it that way. You know, I think Artie loves VTubing as well, but Artie loves it for like a different perspective than I do. And I think that sometimes that can kind of clash with our content, and that might be another reason why you don't see us hang out all the time. But the one like is that like our content is just very different, and we kind of don't always click into place the way that maybe we should. But the reason why I'm like, but they're still my gen mates and I still love the fuck out of them, is because they've always respected that, and I've always respected, like they've always respected my way of doing things. I've always respected their way of doing things. I will defend them whenever needed. I adore those boys. I am very lucky to have them as my team. We have our differences. We argue sometimes, but those are my fucking boys. You know, those are my fucking boys. And I would punch you in the nose if you even looked at them funny. And I know they do the same for me, because those are my boys. And I was very, very happy to get to stream with them and dick around. And we did chit-chat a little bit after we like ran away from the screen. But it was really, it's just, bros, till graduation do you part, till graduation do we part. Even then, they're literally my family. We are Greek mythology. You know, we are literally Greek gods. So I will continue to talk to them even afterwards. But it is accurate. Till graduation do us part. I would agree with that. Ironically, I practically never watched corpos, and you're the corpo VTuber I watch the most. Oh, really? That's so interesting. Yeah, I adore corporate VTubing. I think to me, it's how VTubing should be. Like, I look at it and I'm like, that's fucking VTubing, man. Like, that's the VTubing I fell in love with. It doesn't mean you have to do it that way. I think, like, Artie can probably attest that he adores indie VTubing. For me, I love indie VTubers as well. But because I got into VTubing through corporate, there was basically, when I got into VTubing, I was handed a plate full of VTubers. So my plate was full out the fucking gate. So by the time I discovered indie VTubing, I already watched like 50 fucking VTubers, so I just like couldn't keep up anymore. So unfortunately, like, I don't get to watch as many indies as I would like to, because I think indie VTubing is like a whole other beast, and it's so interesting to see like the other perspective. But you know, that's my point of view. People are different. It's good that both exist so people can find a place that fits them best. That's exactly what I think. It's like a buffet. One can't eat forever. It's exactly it. Like, there are the indies that I do keep up with. Roy Kiato. Fucking Roy, obviously. Our boy Joel. Crazy man. You know. Here's to being able to watch more indies for you. Yeah, I want to watch more indie VTubers. Yeah. Madara's indie. To be fair, I've been watching Madara for a long time. But, yeah, I'm a big fan. I didn't even realize that Mythos HQ was an agency and not just a Twitch team until recently. I was like, oh, I do watch a corpo. Yes, you do. Night, night, guys. Night, toast. Night, night. Even if I can't watch all of them, I love to support them. Whatever I can do with free time or good word of mouth. The way that I do it usually is I'll watch VODs or clips. There's a lot of good clipping channels that I like, that I try to keep up with as well. You should invite Roy to karaoke night so you could share a duet. I would love that. Karaoke night is probably gonna just be me. I would love that though. That would be fun. Well, yeah. Gods that are funny. We are gods that are funny. We are very silly gods. VODs and clips help a bit, so much. They really do. VODs and clips help big time. I do see me watching an indie VTuber in the future. I feel like there's a couple people that like, there's a particular indie VTuber I can think of who's debuting relatively soon. That I can finally fucking talk about. That I can finally fucking talk about. There's this guy. Hang on, let me pull up. I want to get the date right. There's this guy that I've been seeing around. I like him a lot. He's pretty cool. Let me pull him up. I'm being very facetious right now. What? Oh my god, is it because of the fucking umlaut? There he is, yeah. No. So there's this guy, Pelican Koo. Interesting fellow. Interesting guy. And he recently was announced for Anime Impulse. He's doing this guest thing. Hey, let me pull it up here. Guest announcement. Class is soon to be in session. Pew pals. Join us at Anime Impulse OC. I don't know where OC. Orange County? Orange County? I don't know where that is. As we welcome Pelican Koo for meet and greets and a special public pre-debut panel. So this is, I think, the first time I have ever seen anything like this. I don't believe I've seen anything like this, and I've been keeping up with VTubing for a while. I don't think I've ever seen somebody be announced as a special guest at a con before they're debuted, but going to the con will allow you to see the VTuber before they actually properly debut. I don't think I've seen that before. And that's fucking cool, man. Like, that's the coolest thing to me. I can't get over how goddamn cool that is. There is, you can also see a kind of full body silhouette as well for this Pelican Ku guy, Ku-chan, if you will. And yeah, I'm very like, okay, like this is neat. Like he seems like a cool guy. I think I'd probably like him. You know, he seems like a nice guy. For reference, Orange County is a county where Disneyland is. Hope that helps. Oh, I know what Orange County is. Yeah, that's cool. That was a total surprise. Yeah, that was a big fucking surprise. I might have known about that, but it was a big fucking surprise. They sound like Broly from Dragon Ball Z Abridged. What? The convention center for Anime Impulse is literally across the street from Disneyland. That's sick. That's so cool. Oh my god. You guys wanna go Disney? You wanna go Disney? Wanna go Disneyland? That'd be pretty cool. What if we went to an amusement park? Wouldn't that be crazy? Wouldn't that be wild Dio? All good, just generally a fun fact for the BBs as well. That's true. A BB field trip? Wouldn't that be fucking nuts? Wouldn't that be fun if we went on like an amusement park adventure? Wouldn't that be wacky, crazy, wild Dio? That sounds like it would be wacky, crazy, wild Dio. Wouldn't that be crazy if we did like a vlog or something? Like a travel vlog? Yeah, I'm being messaged. Okay. Wouldn't that be wacky crazy? Wouldn't that be a little wild Dio? Can I stay home and work on my crafts? Of course you can. Debut watch along at Disneyland. That'd be crazy. Would be fun to see a blonde god with a bunch of owls on top of you in a park. That would be kind of funny. But I would need time off work to take a long flight, which won't happen again before October. Understandable. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if myself and like, I don't know, like another god went to an amusement park and like made content? Maybe we could like record like a little video from the amusement park and like talk about it. Wouldn't that be like crazy? That'd be crazy. Wouldn't that be fucking nuts? That'd be crazy. That would be wild, Dio. That would certainly be pretty crazy, pretty wild Dio. Not opposed to it. BBs, we have a Disneyland in Europe too. Come visit. I want to go on the Disneyland ride, or on the Disneyland. Yeah, I want to go on the ride at Disneyland where it's the light cycles. That's what I want to do. I want to do the light cycle ride really bad. I just think it'd be really cool. I just really want to go on the light cycles. I love Tron. I think we've been over this like before. I refuse to look at what the ride is. I've just seen like the light cycles, and I'm like, no. I really want to experience that ride one day, like totally like with minds pure. You know, I don't want to go and already know what the ride's gonna be. I want to go with a mind pure, you know, because look, I love Tron. I will always love Tron. I remember being up late watching the first Tron movie one day and being like, well, the fabric of my mind is different now. And then eventually Tron Legacy came out. I saw that shit in theaters. I was hyped. And now I'm all excited for Tron Ares. If you go on Disney Plus, by the way, there is already a section for Tron Ares. There's already a section. It's not even out in theaters yet and won't be for a few months, but there's already a section for it on Disney Plus. They're like ready for this shit. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, if you're so ready, where's the advertising for this movie? There's like zero advertisement for Tron, and they're gonna blame the movie. And it's like, no, you didn't advertise it at all. Like, they're gonna try to blame the movie for it. Like, it's gonna kill me. Like, it's gonna fail. Like, the movie will fail because they didn't put any advertising into it. And then they're gonna be upset. And they'll be like, well, like, I guess it just didn't work out then. And I'm like, well, you did the same fucking thing with Tron Legacy, right? And, like, there was no advertisement for it. And then people had to find it through word of mouth. It became a cult classic again because the same thing happened to Tron the first fucking time. And then word of mouth spread again about Legacy. Again, it becomes really popular on home release. And then they don't do anything with it. And the same fucking thing is gonna happen again. I'm telling you, the same thing's gonna happen again. They're not gonna advertise it at all. It's gonna bomb at the box office, and they're gonna blame the movie when they didn't fucking advertise it at all. Poor Elio film. The same thing happened to Elio. Exactly right. You're exactly right, Kyrie. The same thing happened to Elio. Like, I'm like, oh, didn't he? Oh, didn't he? You make me mad, didn't he? You make me angry, didn't he? You make me angry. You make me angry. Ooh. Ooh, didn't he? Sometimes you make me angry. You bring me joy. But sometimes you make me angry. But only sometimes. Only sometimes. Only sometimes. Is Disney paying you for the free advertise? They fucking should. I feel like I promote this movie more than the company does. The BBs know about Tron Ares because of me. I made that happen. Crazy. Wild even. Dio. Wild Dio even. But yes, to finish off stuff about POST-OFFKAI real quick. Let's wrap up our POST-OFFKAI conversation here. I also got a standee at POST-OFFKAI. That was exciting. I have my own little guy. I had my own little standee. And at the end, the boys and I watched helplessly as Chloe, Apollo, and Hades took our fucking standees away. I don't know where they are. They stole us, and then we never found out where we went. They stole us away. We were stolen. And I think the funniest part about it was as we're being whisked away, the girls see a Rosemi cosplayer. And if you don't know, I love Rosemi. I am a big Rosemi fan. Rosemi-sama. You know, I'm a big Rosemi-sama fan. I adore Rosemi. I'm like, that's a fucking VTuber, bro. Like, that's I'm like, that's a fucking VTuber right there, bro. Like, Rosemi to me is like peak VTubing, right? I adore Rosemi. Peak VTubing right there. And so they see this Rosemi cosplayer, and they know my passion for Rosemi. Fun fact: Rosemi is actually my phone's background. Like, my lock screen background is just Rosemi. You'd think it'd be like myself or maybe another member of Mythos, but no, it's just Rosemi, my Kameyoshi. Right? Like, so, yeah, Rosemi. They saw this Rosemi cosplayer, and they were like, would you take a picture with Athena? He's a big fan, right? And the Rosemi cosplayer's like, oh, is this Gilgamesh? was like, fuck. I am not Gilgamesh. I'm not Gilgamesh. I'm not Gilgamesh. I'm Athena. I'm with you from everything. I was like, damn, okay, damn. Yeah, they told me about that later. They were like, she thought you were Gil. We had to like tell her like, no, he's like a VTuber. She didn't know. So I was like, damn. But they took the picture. I'm so glad that she was like, yeah, I'll take the picture. Like, I don't know who that cosplayer is, but shout out to you, Rosemi cosplayer. Shout out to you. That I was like, what a lovely person. Oh, later, Alexander. Have a good day at work. Too bad Rosemi has deemed you Gilgamesh now. It's true. Being called Gilgamesh or being called Cloud or a Chocobo. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Part of me wants to say I'd rather be called a Chocobo, but at the same time, I feel the strangest urge to say Gilgamesh. I feel the urge to be bad, you know? I want to be a bad boy. I want to be a bad boy like Gilgamesh. You know, I want to be bad. I want to be bad. But yeah. So, yeah, shout out to the Roseby cosplayer. I was like, that's so, it's so fun. It made me so fucking happy. I was like, oh my god. She's the best. That cosplayer is great. 10 out of 10. And yeah, I love, like, shout out Rosemi. Just, yeah. Jinzo. Wait. Even your Kamiyoshi calls you Gilgamesh? Shut up. How dare you? How dare you? Now I want to listen to Rosemi's like, Rosemi-sama? Like, I want to listen to the ending again. Rosemi has an opening and an ending like she's a fucking anime. It's so cool. Every Rosemi stream is an anime. There's an opening and an ending every time. It's goated with the sauce. I literally own, and this is my deepest, my most like what the fuck item that I own is a friend was like at a con and they saw a Rosemi body pillow and they were like, well, I know who has to own that. So I do in fact own a Rosemi body pillow. That is a thing that I do own. I don't really use or have it around. I don't fall asleep next to it. I don't even have it on anything. It just kind of exists. Like, it's just around. It's, yeah. Like a spicy rose or a sweet rose? Sweet rose. There is like it's like both, where it's like a spicy side and a sweet side, but y'all know me. I'm like, oh, it's not really my thing. Like the other side, not a big fan of that. But I have like, if I'm gonna display it, it's the sweet side. Brazil loves Rosemi because she streamed the Soccer World Cup. Is that true? That's so funny. They love her over there. You could hang it on the wall if you don't want to cut. I'll probably do that. Like, cause it is cute. I just don't know what to do with it. Right? Cause I'm not really big into body pillows. I have the Rosemi one and I have one of Germany from Hitalia. Yes, I said fucking Hitalia in the year 2025. Hitalia. I have a Hitalia body pillow. I have a Germany body pillow. Damn, that's old. I'm old. What do you mean? Oh boy, Hitalia, yeah. Draw a circle, that's the earth. Draw a circle, that's the earth. Draw a circle, that's the earth. I am Hitalia. Yeah, that's right. I remember it. By the way, the young folks are not prepared for Hitalia. Do not allow them to watch Hitalia. Do not watch the bloopers. I can't even say a line from it, but there's like, it's not even a blooper. This is literally in the show. There's literally a part of the show where Italy's voice changes. They go from Civitalia to regular Italy, and Italy's voice changes, and he becomes Todd Habercorn. And no fucking sure. I'll stop myself from saying it. But she's like, oh, like, I forget. I think it's Lithuania. I forget the. There's not many girl members of the Hetalia cast, but I forget who it is. But they run up and they're like, oh, Italy, like your voice is different. And he goes, yeah, my voice finally dropped. Yay! And like it like zooms out, and so you can kind of like just barely not hear them as it kind of zooms out to Austria. And you hear Italy go like, I kind of sound like a Dorai. But he says something you really fucking shouldn't. I was like, what? Shut the fuck up, Todd. Todd, shut the fuck up. There's a lot of jokes in Hetalia that would never fly today. That shit would not happen. And I do think it is ultimately for the best. Like, I do ultimately believe that it is for the best. Let's protect the young ones, because, oh god, some parts are crazy wild. Like, then we realize... That's what I mean. I will always love Hetalia. I go back and watch it, and I still laugh. I do think it is still funny. But it's only funny because I was there. You know? It is funny because I lived it. You know? Like, I was there when it happened. The dub went buck wild. No, it really did. It really, really did. Now, again, like I said, the dub has aged like milk. Like really, really badly. When I still love, like, America in that. Like, I'm the hero! Like, there's still a lot of, like, goofy shit. I count as young, too, right? Still in your 30s, you're fine. Even your 40s. Who cares? As an anime of stereotypes, yeah, I still think of it fondly. That was a great gateway into world history for most. Well, that's just it. I feel like most people I know who know things about world history learned it through Hetalia. I was like, you know, I've been around a long time. I like watching, like, humanity figure shit out, and so I'm interested in history. And I was big fan of Hetalia, because I was like, man, it's like history, but what if history was a BL? Like, what if the countries kissed? I got into it because my bestie was into it. Well, there was Hetalia, but then there was Heta Oni, which I was super into at the time. And some of you guys just had fucking war flashbacks. But by me mentioning Heta Oni. Hang on, let me pull up Heta Oni. Let's see. Oh, the Google AI even has like a little thing for it. So Heta Oni is a popular Hetalia fan game, a crossover of the horror game Ao Oni. It features Hetalia characters trapped in a haunted mansion and focuses on plot and character interactions. Unlike Ao Oni, which is more focused on the pure horror. This game was initially released on a Nico Nico Doga and later translated and re-uploaded to YouTube. There's also a playable English version. Yeah, this shit was fucking bananas, dude. I remember, like, Heta Oni, I don't even, it's very bloody. I don't even think I could show you anything from it. But, like, it was, this shit, here's the thing about Hetalia. Here's the thing about Hetalia. Hetalia's fandom wanted them to be tragic so often. It was a comedy series, but all of the art and fan fiction for it was so fucking brutal. Like, it was so rough. Like, it was so, like, it was a lot. Like, the Hetalia fandom was very cold. Or not cold, but, like, very harsh to the characters when they wanted to be. Like, yeah, everybody loved, like, the jokes and it was funny, but, like, people wanted, like, serious versions of the Hetalia cast, and it was, yeah, like, I still think about it all the time. I still think about Heta Oni, like, all the time, dude. That's because that was the shit, man. Good times. Shakespeare would be proud. Shakespeare, he's out there looking at Heta Oni like, well done. Excellent work, my friends. Excellent work. I searched it, and oh boy, the results are funny and wild. Yeah, it was a time. The skate dub is also pretty unhinged. The skate dub is unhinged, but there's nothing about it that comes anywhere close to how unhinged. Like, it's why when I see, like, the young folk, you youngins out there, right? The teenagers and the early 20s talking about like, oh, this dub was unhinged, or like, this anime is crazy. I'm like, you would not fucking survive in the asylum I was raised in. None of you would live. Like, none of you would survive. You would literally not survive. Literally no. Skate is unhinged, but Hetalia is unhinged. Yeah, Hetalia is batshit fucking crazy. Skate has like some lines in it that are kind of wild, right? What up, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes? Like, but that's not like wild, you know? That's just kind of like, oh, that's crazy. That's what a funny line. You know, what a great delivery that was. But it's not like, I can't even say it, but I'll just... Germany, I brought you something. Fucking guess what Germany replies with. Like, it is horrible. Like, it is aged so bad. It is, yeah, oh god, not that line. Literally makes me not like Germany after that. I was like, oh, that line sucks. Like, it is, yeah, that is an infamous line. Yeah, what up, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes is hilarious, right? And like, super solid line. It is not infamous the way some lines in Hetalia are fucking infamous. Is it the H word, a 4-letter word, I'm guessing? For Italy? Italy's is, yeah. All I could say is it could be like South Park in certain ways. Hetalia is a lot like... Hetalia is South Park for anime-loving history nerds. That's what Hetalia was. Hetalia was South Park for anime-loving dorks. Like, it... You can't even tell me I'm wrong, because I'm right. Anyway. Rewind a little bit. Rewind. Let us talk about one more kind of POST-OFFKAI adjacent related thing. And that is two little notes I have here. Other cons. Will I appear at any other cons? There is a potential for me to show up at another con coming up. I don't know with certainty that I'll be able to go. I would like to. If I go, I'll be in one of those... if I go, I'll be at one of those little carts that, like, roam around. So if I do go, I'll be in one of those little, like, driving robot things that the VTubers ride. Yeah, I would love that, yeah. So that's what'll happen if I do go. I don't want to say for sure, so I don't want to say like what con it is until I like know with certainty. So you know, I'm gonna kind of hold off on that. But then the other thing that I want to talk about is off collabs. Will I be doing any off collabs? Well, the funny answer is I kind of hinted at it already, but there is a good chance that I might be doing a little bit of a little amusement park. That I might be doing like an amusement park thing. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get some VTubers together. If I can't, then we won't do it. But I'm gonna try to see if I can get some people together to go to an amusement park. Hi, Laurie! And that would be the next kind of off collab thing that I do. I would love to get the Divinos boys to go. Unfortunately, that is not an option because none of us live anywhere close to each other, so that is not happening. and Offkai like just happened, so money is tight for every VTuber you know. You know, so that's probably not gonna happen. It would have to be like, yeah, it would have to be like something that people can, like a place people can get to that's not like super far. But that is so I am kind of hoping that I can do like an amusement park day. I won't say what day specifically. I'll just say like if we do decide to do the amusement park thing, I'll record it. I won't stream it because I don't have the power to do that. But I'll record it and we'll make like a little travel vlog out of it. But yeah, that's kind of what I got cooking up. That's what I got cooking up. BBs, we gotta help get the boyos together. We will certainly try to get together soon, because right after the panel that we did, we were like, man, that was a lot of fun. We should do this again more often. So we're gonna try to see if we can't wiggle our schedules around and try to do something. Like I said, like we all kind of have a different style of streaming. We all are very busy and stream at different times, but we're gonna do our best to do something. And like I said, I do have an off collab idea cooking up. Wait. There we go. Yeah, I was like, there was a wild tweet I just saw, so I was like, what? But yeah, that would be cool. I would love to do it. I have an idea of how to do it, that I basically again stole from Rosami-sama. So I was like, I could probably do that. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. But that's basically all the OFFKAI stuff that I got. That's basically everything right there. So I think for the rest of the 3 hours, we could probably just chill it. Oh my god, I forgot. And I'm gonna leave you on this cliffhanger because I think I'm gonna use another 5-minute break to make a sandwich. But I don't know how many of you guys saw, but we got the fucking Iliad musical confirmed. Fucking Jorge is working on this bitch. It is real. It is real. Epic the Musical 2? Epic the prequel? This shit is fucking happening? It's actually real? It's real? It's like legit? It's actually happening. Oh my god, it is actually really happening. Holy shit, what the hell? So yeah, for those who don't know, Jorge tweeted out just saying, back in business, and it's him in the studio with the second image is of Word, or maybe Google Docs. I think it's Google Docs. And it just says Ilium by Jorge, all right? Riviera Haranas. And it's so Ilium. For those who don't know, any dates? No, this shit just started. This like just started. He also posted on the Discord. Let's fucking go. Athy, I'm glad you're back. While you were gone, I made the mistake of to follow the YouTube recommendation. Please never leave again. I got you. I will say, I am beyond excited because I'm just so curious what he's gonna do. I will say the title being Ilium kind of tells me, because I've seen everyone be like, but the Iliad is such like this massive story. Like what is it gonna, like who's he gonna focus on? What's it gonna be? Knowing it's called Ilium tells me exactly who it's focusing on. And my boy has betrayed us. It would be focusing on Troy. Crazy. Wild Dio even. So Ilium is another basic, it's basically Troy. That's what it's called. So obviously there's the movie Troy. Ilium just means Troy, right? So Ilium is another name for the city of Troy, right? So that is like, okay, it's gonna focus on Troy, like specific, like those. So it's gonna focus on like Paris and Hector and stuff like that. So I am excited. However, I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna. Okay, no Doomed Yowie. I don't think we're getting Doomed Yowie. I'm sad. It's okay, but I don't think we're getting much Doomed Yowie in this. It's fine. It's cool. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a whole lot of Doomed Yowie. You guys know that makes me sad, but at the same time, if he wants to focus, I feel like he has. For those who were there, you might remember that way back, I think this was just when Epic ended. I don't know if the mods are here, but they can confirm this for me. When Epic ended and Spotify did their like I think it was like Spotify's like you were in like that artist's like top listens or whatever, they could send you like a little video, and Jorge sent out a little video that was basically a song. It was Melissa sent me it, and it was like Jorge playing this little song, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the song was from Paris's point of view. It was Paris talking with Aphrodite. So I'm like, okay, that is probably going to be like the catalyst. I'm so curious how he's going to depict it, because every depiction of Paris, he's a slimy little fuck. So I'm like every depiction of Paris that I've experienced is not great. The actual guy was a bit more three-dimensional. So I am very curious how they're going to portray Paris in this. So I'm like, I'm very curious. Like, I'm very, very curious. I know he's gonna do a great job, no matter what. Yeah, Paris is really that one character that people don't like, even the Greeks. Yeah, that's why I'm like, I wonder, like, if it's going to be like this kind of redemption story for Paris. They were like, only a bow, you coward. Like, yeah, Paris kind of sucks. It doesn't help that in the movie Troy, he's played by Orlando Bloom, and Orlando plays Paris like a coward. It's like, God fucking damn it. And that was a lot of people's introduction to the character, so it's like, fuck. They did, I will say, Troy, the movie, is really cool, but you have to watch it knowing that it's Hollywood's version of the Iliad, because they make Patroclus and Achilles fucking cousins. Sweet home Alabama. Because I was like, don't like that they made them cousins. Really fucking weird. But I don't think that Brad Pitt would have really liked to have played Achilles that way. That's how I'll say that. Be nice. I don't know if that was the scriptwriter. It might have been. Might have been the only way he could get Hollywood to make it. And I kind of don't think certain actors would have wanted to play it that way. I'll say that to be nice. I'll be nice. I do think Brad Pitt was a good Achilles, though. Like, and one of the coolest fights in movie history happens in Troy, and it's Achilles versus Hector, because that fight goes fucking hard. Like, hang on, let me find the line. Hang on. To Hector. Hang on, I'm trying to find like the line. I'm trying to find the line he says to hang on, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, because like I'm on IMDb. I want to find the line he says like that Achilles says to Hector, because it is fucking brutal. Oh, I can't find it. Hang on. Yeah, he goes, so Hector tries to reason with Achilles at one point, and Achilles is like, you won't have eyes tonight. You won't have ears or a tongue. You will wander the underworld blind, deaf, and dumb, and all of the dead will know. This is Hector. And it's like, oh, fuck. Like, that scared me. And I was there. Like, I was there when that shit happened. That shit scared me. And I'm a god. I was like, fucking hell, man. Yeah. You're like, Achilles, please. You won't have eyes tonight. Or ears, or a tongue. You will wander the underworld, the blind, deaf, and dumb, and all of the dead will know. This is Hector. Fuck! That shit goes hard. And then they fight, and that fight is fucking vicious, man. And I am so excited to see animatics with Jorge lyrics of Hector versus Achilles. Like, the thought of it is so exciting. Like, the thought that we're gonna get Hector versus Achilles with Jorge's perspective, with the animatic artists who have been here putting their spin on it. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm so excited. It's gonna be so good. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Because Epic was amazing. If it's even half as good as Epic, I'm happy. You know, it doesn't have to top Epic. I'm really not expecting it to. Epic was lightning in a bottle. If it's even half as good, I'm in. You know, I don't expect it to be anywhere near as good. I just want it to be fun, you know? I kind of was excited though, because I know Jorge wanted to do a battle royale musical, and so it was going to be different characters from Greek mythology duking it out in a tournament, and it was going to be like song versus song, right? So it was going to be like they get a song, the other one gets a song, and it was going to be like a tournament. I was kind of down for that. I wanted to see what that was going to be, but at the same time, the Iliad just makes the most sense. I feel like that can be something he does later, you know, like that could be something he does as like a third project if he wants, you know, if he even wants to stay with Greek mythology after that. This might be the last, you know, foray into Greek mythology for Jorge. I don't know, but I'll be honest, I'm damn excited. I'm pretty damn excited because if you were there when Epic was like really like cooking, you'll remember that like we got most of the musical and then it was fine-tuned for each part, right? For each saga, we had already heard the songs, or not like heard them, but like we knew like the general structure and how things were gonna go, because like it was shared with us on Jorge's TikTok, right? Like the general flow of Epic and how it was going to move from one thing to the next, and how one song, like what each song was going to be. Like we knew all that going in, right? So like I'm excited to see like, yeah, there's like 40 or unused songs or something, isn't there? Yeah, there's like a shit ton of unused songs, stuff that was left on the cutting room floor. So I think for a lot of people who weren't there for that part, it's going to be really cool to see like the Iliad, or what do we call it? It's not the Iliad, the Ilium, like come together, like over time, and then see it fine-tuned into sagas, if we're gonna do sagas again. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go make a sandwich. I will be back. I am hungry. I need the sandwich. I'm gonna go get the sandwich. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get a sandwich. gonna have another bite anyway. Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh man, that was hot. So yeah, I get roasted Cajun chicken, some cheddar cheese, and then whole wheat bread with some butter. Oh, it's the fucking best, dude. I love it. It's so good. I'm so happy right now. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? How's life for you? I'm just enjoying my sandwich. After me too. It's big snack hours. Oh man. We're having big time snack hours right now. Packing some orders while you were out. Oh nice, right on. Eating sorbet, 1 scoop mango, 1 scoop dragon fruit. Oh, that sounds good. Just listening to this burb over here, nothing special. You just listen to some burb. Some burb. I saw a video today. Now that we're done with POST-OFFKAI for the rest of the stream. Unless anybody has questions, I can try to answer them. But, I was watching this video today about power scaling and why it's bad. And I was like, damn, bro. That guy's kind of right. My cheeks are puffed out like a chipmunk. That's how I eat. I just store food. But yeah, the video was basically he's like a Godzilla content creator, I guess. Right? I had found him because he made this video called like the saddest Reddit like Reddit page or Reddit board or whatever the fuck of all time. And it's the Snyderverse people. Basically just being like, we have to boycott the new movie, and it's like kind of sad. But that's not the video that I'm thinking of right now. That's just how I found him. But he posted this video about power scaling in regards to his favorite thing, which is Godzilla, and why it like annoys him. Because he's there for, like, the movie. He doesn't really give a shit about power scaling. And I'm not gonna lie, the way he described it was so accurate. So he described power scaling as the conversations you would have on the playground as a kid. And so he didn't really feel interested in engaging in that. He's like, because we're supposed to be grown adults. And that's the only thing I disagreed with him on. I'm like, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you can't act like a kid sometimes about things you like. Sometimes it's fun to just be a kid. Sometimes it's okay to just have fun. I did agree with his point, though. So, the general point of the video was that a lot of fandom discourse becomes so toxic when it circles around power scaling, because you're basically defending this character like with your life, and it can just be so stupid. And like the communities that he points to as like being really bad for it is Dragon Ball, which is true, and One Punch Man, which is also true, which will never fail to confuse the absolute fucking shit out of me. I do not understand why people power scale One Punch Man. The whole joke is that he finishes people in one punch, man. That's the fucking joke. But people are like, no, we got a power scale. I'm like, no, the whole joke is that Saitama is like bored because he's so powerful. Like, it's a joke. And the guy points out, like, it's anti-art. But I was like, okay, that's kind of a strong statement. Having a hypothetical power scale combo is for funsies is fine. I agree. Power scaling is interesting, but don't focus solely on it, people. That's how I feel, right? Like, you guys, I said this earlier that, like, I love being analytical, right? I love diving into, like data and stuff like that. But, like, at the end of the day, who wins? Superman or Goku? You know who wins? Whoever the writer decides wins. That's who wins. You know who I like more? As much as I love Superman, Superman is my favorite superhero. I like Goku more. So if you ask me, Goku beats Superman.
But Death Battle said, Athena, Death Battle has said that that Superman beats Goku, and they use science and fucking.
Shut your fucking mouth, bro. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. If you bring up Death Battle to me, I'm going to laugh in your face. Shut up. The irreparable damage Death Battle has done to people is insane.
Oh, but we'll see who's stronger in the next episode, because Deku's gonna fight Miles Morales. Did you see the episode where they had fucking Among Us guy fight Fall Guys boy?
I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care who wins. You know what I like watching Death Battle for? The fucking Death Battle. The fun fight at the end. That's what I like watching Death Battle for. I could not give less of a shit when, like, let me stress this. I like Wiz and Boomstick. I like them. I think they're funny, right? I like Wiz and Boomstick. I don't give a fuck when they talk about, like, well, this is why this guy would beat this guy, because it's gibberish nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. Well, you see, like, the peak for me is when they try to explain that the beans in Fall Guys can take the power of a meteorite to the back of the head, because one of their emotes when they win is them taking a meteorite to the head. This, like, tiny little meteorite shows up and kind of pinks them in the head, and, like, that's their, like, victory emote. And they use that as their logic for why the bean from Fall Guys can survive a meteor strike from outer space. So meaning he's like 15 gigatons. He could take 15 gigaton nukes to his face because this little emote that he has when he wins calculates at, like, if you calculate the distance between my balls in your mouth, you'll see that it makes him so uber powerful that, like, he can fucking take, like, a nuclear blast, so the Among Us imposter can't possibly do anything with his knife. And I'm like, I don't know, man. You know who I think wins? The fucking imposter. Because the bean from Fall Guys is a fucking bean. That's what I think. And you know what's crazy? We're both right. It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. Like, I can have my reasons as to why I think I'm right. I think I'm right because they try to say, like, the beans are immortal. Like, no, I just think the beans teleport when they fall off. That's it. They're just fucking beans, dude. They're just little bean people. They're just little guys. Like, well, and then even in another thing that does bother me about Death Battle, and this does bother me, because I saw somebody be like, I hate those types of people who say,
I hate the type of person who says that they just be friends. Why would they fight? They'll just be friends. Oh my god, I just want to see them fight.
Okay, I would like to see them fight too. You know what I would like to see? I'd like to see my favorite character not get fucking sliced in half and have blood all over the screen. That's what I'd like. Because it's incredibly out of character. Like, I'll never forget when it was, I think it was Sonic versus Mario or Mario versus Sonic. I forget. One of them, like, does the spin move. I think it's Sonic does the spin move on Mario's spine. And, like, blood spurts everywhere. And he, like, digs into Mario. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? It is Mario and Sonic. It does not make sense for them to go that far and that gory.
But it's called Death Battle.
Call it something else! Like, just because it's the...
Yeah, but it's called Death Battle.
Mortal Kombat's called Mortal Kombat. Not every Mortal Kombat features a tournament known as Mortal Kombat.
But it's called Death Battle.
Street Fighter is about people who fight in the street. And there are multiple games where they are not fighting on the street. Like, it has been multiple games of them doing anything but that. The reason is, who cares? I want them to fight. We can find any possible reason to justify conflict between two characters. I agree with you and I don't. The reason why I agree and I don't is I'll never forget when they, I think it was like Jotaro, no, sorry, it was Jonathan and Tanjiro. And I'm like, there is no fucking universe where Jonathan lays hands on that fucking child. Like, that is not fucking happening. He is a gentleman and that shit is not fucking happening. Even if he did, it would be like a sparring match. I would hate it so much less if it was like a sparring match. I think so often they're just like, the characters just fight. And I'm like, okay, but why though? Like, because that's what I give a shit about. I don't care about the fight. I couldn't give less of a fuck, right? Like, I want a story, right? Like, Death Battle is just, you watch Death Battle for the spectacle of Death Battle. You watch it for the animators who work their ass off to make something look really cool, right? That's why Death Battle's cool. Is to watch animators bust their ass to make something really cool. And, you know, occasionally to hear Wiz and Boomstick crack a couple jokes because they are funny, right? I don't hate Death Battle, but I don't like the fans that spawned out of it, if that makes sense. I don't really enjoy talking with them. I guess we'll say. That's me being nice. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, when fans get so hostile about it because their favorite character didn't win, it stops being fun. I agree. I've never given a fuck who wins and who loses. My issue with Death Battle is how fucking gory it is. Because I'm like, it's just really fucking gory. And I like the animations, I like to watch it, and there's some characters that it totally makes sense for. I don't like pointless gore. I think it's really childish and stupid. But it's really well animated. The jokes are really funny, and you can tell they did put the research in, even if I think researching stuff like this is kind of stupid. But again, it's the point of the show, right? So it's fine. Death Battle gets pass, right? But it reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Deadliest Warrior. There was this show called Deadliest Warrior. I loved it. I watched it all the time. And let me read you some of Deadliest Warrior's fights. Oh yeah, I remember that. Was hell yeah. Deadliest Warrior was cool, man. So, let's see. Deadliest Warrior. Can I see just the fights? Let's see here. Okay, here we go. The first, Season 1, Apache versus Gladiator, Viking versus Samurai, Spartan versus Ninja, Pirate versus Knight, Yakuza versus Mafia, Green Beret versus Spetsnaz, Shaolin Monk versus Maori Warriors, William Wallace versus Shaka Zulu. I think Shaka ends up winning. Irish Republican Army versus the Taliban. right? Like, and it just keeps going. It's just these like crazy fucking fights. Jesse James versus Al Capone. What? Like, it just keeps going. Like, but it gets kind of stupid. Like, as it goes, it gets kind of dumb. Teddy Roosevelt versus Lawrence of Arabia. We have run out of ideas. Like, you can tell when they run out of ideas. But yeah. It was good, though. It was good for a while. I did not know this. So those who watch Deadliest Warrior, you know that it was kind of, like, realistic. It was, like, warriors from our world, right? I was gonna say, Spectre just called it out. It literally ends with vampires versus zombies. I had no idea it ended with that. That is unbelievably weird. That is so strange. A 100 zombies versus 3 vampires. That is so fucking weird. That is so weird. That is so strange. Just the reason why that's strange, the reason why I'm saying that's really weird, is because like that I want to see that. That sounds cool, but like at the same time, it's like for a series that's been so real like the whole way, to then just suddenly be like zombies and vampires. I think it's because it was the final season, so they knew it was gonna end. So they're like, fuck it. You know, they're like, fuck it. So they just did vampires and zombies. But I used to love this. The reason why I loved this is because the way they pitch the show is these are the conversations that you and your friends have over a couple drinks. And I'm like, that's so accurate. Look, I am a god of war. You bet your ass I will sit there and be like, okay, who do you think wins in a fight? Right? Like, I'll have a drink in my hand and be like, okay, let's come here. Who wins in a fight? Right? Because it's fun, you know? Like, and you give your reasoning. You know what I find more fun than power scaling? I'm gonna make up a word right now, because this is what I find more fun. I do this sometimes. For myself, because that's how fucking sad I am. Alright. Fuck it, 100 guys versus 1 gorilla. Ah, shit, TikTok did it already. I would still watch that Deadliest Warrior. I would still watch that. Okay, this is the kind of shit that I do, just in my head, when I'm training and shit. I'll just do this in my head because I'm sad like that. How can I make it so that Chaozu can beat Superman? How do I do that? Right, like that's more fun to me. How do I get the Red Wild Force Ranger to beat Clue from Tron? How do I do that? Right, like that's more fun to me. Is like, how do I get this character who would probably fucking lose? How do I get them to win? Like that's more interesting to me. Like tell me how a weak character beats a super strong character. Tell me that shit. That's more interesting. I don't give a shit about power scaling. Oh, but my guy is 3 cotillion fuckwit powerful. Like, he's so strong. He's 3 fucking kajillion tons of TNT in 1 punch. I don't care. You know what I care about? Is the fight cool? Does the fight look pretty? Oh, but he solos their universe. I don't care. Your character being super strong does not make your PP bigger. I don't care at all. Nobody's impressed. Nobody cares. Like, that video really made me realize that I'm like, I think a lot of these dudes, their whole soul is in it. And, like, they really want you to just believe how strong their character is. But it's like, your character could be super strong. Dad's not coming home with the milk, sunshine. Like, I'm sorry, babes. It doesn't change anything. You didn't even write the guy. Your attachment is weird. It's strange. Don't get me wrong. I love Tron. I will argue Tron can beat a lot of people. But I literally, like, Tron's my favorite character. I like Tron more than Like, Tron is one of my favorite characters of all time. He's barely in the fucking series, and I love him because he's cool and mysterious. In my head, he beats every Power Ranger. But when I talk with Roy about it, I know he's not... Roy is actually, like... Roy is a fan of Power Rangers, but even he's like, okay, Tron probably beats most, like, base level Rangers. And I'm like, yeah, because he does. You know? It's annoying. I think the reason why this used to drive me crazy is because I would tell people, like, oh, I'm, like, watching Sailor Moon right now. And I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, too. Right? And I'm friends with Dragon Ball fans. So Dragon Ball fans, as I'm telling them that I'm watching Sailor Moon, they get, like, defensive about it. They're like, yeah, but Goku... Yeah, it was Goku beat Sailor Moon, by the way. I'm like, I didn't bring that up at all. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Also, you're wrong, but I don't care. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. When these conversations come up and nobody asked. Ultimately, we'll forget these fights by the next day, so don't even worry about who wins them. 100%. Like, okay, what was it recently? I think it was the Doctor versus Rick. Yeah, it was the Doctor versus Rick. That was the last one I saw up until recently. Yeah, I think this was, oh god, this was from 2023. Damn. And yeah, I watched it and I was like, it's just fucking, like, mean-spirited. Like, I think that's, like, a big issue I have with a lot of shows. It's not just Death Battle. It's like, it's why I can't get into Rick and Morty in general. Is, like, I'm like, man, I don't have the energy to be this negative all the time. To be this pessimistic and cruel and, like, violent. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm pessimistic, cruel, and violent in my regular life. I'm a god of war. I gotta slay some bitches. I've been slaying Gorgons all the time lately. I'm like, I want to just watch the Doctor go on wacky adventures, right? And, like, I realized that watching it, that I'm like, man, and my guy won, for the record. The Doctor wins. It's not like he loses, right? But I was like, would it really have happened this way? It's like, would this encounter really have ended like this? I don't even think Rick would die, for the record. I'm like, I don't know. This seems fucking weird to me. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just not my thing, right? So it's why, like, I don't really watch Death Battle regularly anymore. I unsubscribed, like, yeah, I guess 2 years ago. But I still, like, if an episode pops up on my feed, I'll watch it and then just skip to the end. Because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, eh. You know what I want to... You know what type of, like, analytical shit I like? You know? And this is dumb. But this is what I like. I like when cooks watch anime and then they try to make the food that they saw. That's the kind of analytical shit I like, right? Where it's like, okay, let me try to make that. And I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Or like, yeah, just like where they like watch something and then like try to remake the food. You know, I'm like, that's the kind of stuff I love. Like, or like people who make props, like people who can make like a prop of something. I'm like, fuck yeah, man, that's cool as shit. Like, that's the kind of stuff I like. But BBs, my beautiful BBs, guess what? We have made it the whole way. We have made it to the 3-hour mark. Yes, that's right, bitch. We yammered and yapped all the way to the 3-hour mark. We fucking did it. We took some breaks in between, but that is how it's done. How long was I gone for during my Panini run? I feel bad about that. I thought it was only going to be 5 minutes, but it turned out to be a little bit longer than that. Sorry about that. But yeah, we did hit the 3-hour mark. Fuck yeah. 15 minutes? I feel bad about that. My bad, BBs. My bad. Next time I do that, I'll just call a friend and be like, I'm calling a friend. I need you to entertain the BBs for like 15 minutes. I'm calling a friend. But yeah, we did it. That's right, we did it. Chef's kiss. Hell yeah, chef's kiss. I'm surprised we yammered for that long. We yapped today. We just yapped today. Hell yeah, man. Well, I think it's time we wrap things up here. I'm gonna get a little redirect going. We're gonna redirect into the only other Mythos VTuber we ever redirect into because nobody else streams here. Let's go ahead and redirect into, you'll never guess, Poseidon. It felt like forever. I'm so sorry. Melissa, entertain us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Melissa! Melissa, entertain us. Let's say Athie loves paninis. Paninis. That's the there you go. There's the redirect message. Athie loves paninis. Athena in the house. Athena. Athena was strong today. Athena was mighty today. Okay. I'm gonna go and probably make another panini and then sit out in the yard. I'm gonna go lay in my hammock. Thanks for hanging out, BBs. Appreciate you. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Be sure to go ahead and jump on over to Poseidon's stream. Make sure to give her a big subscribe. Stick around and don't forget to use the raid message. Athie loves paninis. I'm just curious what Sai is gonna say. So yeah, until next time, hoot hoot to you. End of line. It never fades. It says it's supposed to fade and it never does. It just hard cuts on my end. I don't know if it fades for you guys, but it always fucking hard cuts. It looks ugly. It looks ugly when it doesn't fucking fade. When there's no transition, just hard cuts every time. It breaks my heart. Okay, see ya.